Hello and welcome to LifeXtra. It's been quite a while. Today we're going to be discussing about Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria. But not Nigeria in the historical sense, because anytime someone wants to talk about Nigeria, you'll be thinking of, okay, maybe you want to talk about politics, want to talk about the history, want to talk about, just things like that. But today it's completely different. We're actually looking at it from a different perspective. We're talking about Nigeria in relations to people's perception. That's its citizens. We Nigerians. How do we perceive Nigeria? What do we think of Nigeria? So, you're welcome to LifeXtra, and the topic today is, what are those things you like about Nigeria? We're actually a bit specific, but you can actually say more or less. So the question is, what are the 3 things that you like about Nigeria? Of course, it's common for people to complain, this, that, but every cloud has its own silver lining. Every storm has its own silver lining. So, there has to be something. So, what do you think? So, we would like to hear from you. So, just use on the comment box, just tell us what you think. What are the 3 things you like about Nigeria? Now, that's not just it. You should also include 3 things you think that can make Nigeria better. 3 things you feel like dislike about Nigeria, that you feel if they change it or if that is corrected, Nigeria is actually going to be better. So what are the 3 things? Okay, and as usual, I'm not the only person in the studio. Today we have someone who is in the studio with me, and she is somebody that we refer to as Nigeria's baby. So the people they refer to as Nigeria baby, when you're doing your youth service, your NYSC, you're of course government baby. So she's government baby. So she's actually the right person to be here right now, because she is at that point that is going to be the future of Nigeria. So let's see, she's a youth. There are the people who are always on social media shouting this. So ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome Cynthia Akande.
Thank you very much. So good to be on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, okay, let's get the ball rolling. Cynthia, tell us, what do you think?
Well, Nigeria, the way the world has viewed Nigeria is actually a very beautiful country.
Okay.
It's very beautiful. I think Nigeria is the one country where everything goes.
Okay.
Everything works. A friend of mine will always say, Nigeria is the only country you can gather stone to sell and somebody will buy.
Oh, okay.
Even if you just pick it in your neighborhood, somebody will definitely
it
see.
Means there is a market for everything.
There's a market. There's everything. Nigeria has everything. Everything goes, and that's a very beautiful thing about Nigeria.
But if you're saying everything goes, is that also not a negative? It means
it's also the negative that we have, because it's as though everything goes. We're just living life as it comes.
Okay.
Everything just be going. In fact, it's just as if everything. That's just how I can really describe it. Everything goes in Nigeria, on the negative and on the positive. That's one thing that's really very striking about Nigeria. Even in the negative aspect, everything goes. Positive, everything goes. So it's Nigeria.
So you're saying that's actually a strength. At the same time, it's a weakness.
It's a weakness, yes.
Okay, viewers, do you agree with her? If yes, please let us know. If no, please let us know. We're already having comments, like a lot of comments. Since it's going to be a very heated one, today's discussion is going to be a very heated one. So let me see some of the comments. You know why I'm laughing? Almost everyone is just like stating the
what
negative.
They dislike.
The negative. So
I
please,
say that from Nigerians.
please, people, there has to be something. Like, there have to be something you like about Nigeria. Of course, it's not just, you can't just be. Sometimes for you to take something to the next level, you have to first of all appreciate what is there.
Sure.
Give thanks for what is available.
Yes.
So when you actually sit and actually look and see the good things or the things you love about the country, I want to believe it to give you the morale or the ginger to want to make the bad things better.
Yeah, definitely.
Provide solutions. You have to know. But everyone is
I think that's one thing about humans. We are very quick to default.
Yeah.
It's just like when the saying that if somebody does a million things for you, the day the person does one bad thing, you rule out everything.
Forget every other thing. So Nigeria will have 1 or 2 things that that you feel it's okay, that you feel it's good, please let us know, because from what I've seen, they are all negative, negative. I'm not saying you should stop saying what you dislike about Nigeria, but still tell us what you like about Nigeria. At least we need to be able to sell this country. You don't know who is watching. You don't know who will come and use this particular comment section for research. You know, like trying to do good PR for the country.
Well, you know, another thing I think I love about Nigeria, there's this thing we do on social media.
Okay.
It's possible Nigerians are insulting Nigerians, but you cannot have another country insult us.
Oh yeah, Nigerians on Twitter. Right, that reminds me. I can't remember, there was Nigeria. I think there was this Twitter, you know, this normal thing you do, like voting. So it was something about Nigeria and another country. I can't remember which country. Of course, another African country. Another African country. So okay, most likely Kenya or something like that. So, and the vote, the country, I think it was Kenya, they were actually leading with a very far gap. Then someone now tweeted it and said, Nigerians have not seen this yet.
Yeah, I don't
within 2 hours, the difference was so, and you're very right, like, oh, they were just voting for Nigeria,
for like, that one, we are always
so you
there.
See Nigerians on Twitter that are almost always out. Just say anything negative about Nigeria, they come for you.
They come for you.
They come for your generation. They come for your ancestors. So it means if they are willing to fight for Nigeria, it means there is something.
There's something. I think that's one of the. Nigeria has over 700 dialects in the country. That's quite vast for a nation to have. Some countries can only point out to 15, 17 languages and can still be very divided. How much more over 500?
Yeah.
I think there's this unity amongst us. No matter what we want to read, I think there's still a certain amount of unity amongst us. Even if it's just on Twitter.
Yes.
I think a lot of people that they don't even know themselves yet fighting,
they come, like, you know,
for the same cause.
Like, this is Nigerian Twitter, you can't come and say anything. You can't come and do
these are territory. We are free to do it, but you cannot do it for us. I think that's another beautiful thing with Nigerians.
Let me take some comments. Okay, coming.
A lot of people are
the comments are coming in. Like, there are a lot of comments. I'm setting up my
that's actually a good thing. We are concerned about Nigeria.
Okay. Harry Agasu, he said what he doesn't like about Nigeria is the lack of unity. So he feels that one thing that can work, and he still went on to list the second thing. He said tribalism. That's how he said he does not like Nigeria, the fact that there is no lack of unity and there is tribalism. So Denjima Idris Ali said fraudsters. He said he doesn't like Nigeria because there are frauds. Either they are fraudsters or they are fraudsters. Danjuma Alistis, in his next comment, he said he does not like Nigeria because of nepotism. Abu Khalil said he does not like Nigeria because of lack of power. I presume he is referring to electricity. Yes. Yeah, so he said lack of power. So Abdurrahman Zakaria, I say, what I have is a pattern of leadership. He said, what I have is a pattern of leadership. So I don't know if he's talking that, if he's saying that he likes the pattern of leadership.
He's trying to type out what I hate.
Or what I hate. Oh, okay. What I hate is the pattern of leadership. Have hate, yes. So I have another one here from Adamu Abubakar Bajuga. He said, nice, I'm from Bajuga. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us, Adamu. We will really, really appreciate you. Bashir Adamu said corruption and injustice. Those are the things he does not like about Nigeria. Ado Ibrahim, he says he's watching from Kofar Wambai Market, Angwai, in Nigeria. Ado, how are the people in Kofar Wambai, and how is the market today? Hope you were buying or you were selling. Hope you made good sales. So welcome and thank you for watching and thank you for joining us. Please hope you stayed with us till the end of today's discussion. And also do let us know what you hate. Maybe 3 things you like about Nigeria and 3 things you hate about Nigeria. So someone said he does not like the APCs and the fraudsters. That's any good God day. That's what he said. So there is Ibrahim Musa. He said nepotism, corruption, and tribalism. Okay, let me take one more comment before I come back to you. He said, Comrade Sabiu Hadeja, he said corruption, injustice, and tribalism. So far, so good. I've taken quite a number of comments. What are you feeling from it?
I think we've had 3 major recurring. Thank you. You have corruption, you have injustice, and then you have nepotism, you have tribalism. Just like I earlier stated, Nigeria has a lot of tribes, a lot of tribes in the country, and the thing of course we can't rule out tribalism.
Of course,
we can't rule out tribalism. It's just like the world in its own self. We have, the world calls it race. Now you have, people are always categorized by Asians, Africans, Americans, Latinos. So it also works in the world system. Now within the country becomes tribalism. You have the Yorubas, you have the Igbos, you have the, I think it's part of human nature. There's something about you seeing your black brother in a white country, and you're just, I'm seeing somebody like me, but it shouldn't now affect your sense of judgment. I think that's where tribalism comes in. The fact that I only give a job to my brother, whether he's capable or not capable, but simply because we're from the same state. I think that's the bad thing about tribalism. But seeing somebody that's
you share some
common culture, yes. You know, some people find themselves in a place where they don't understand them. It's just like I heard a story of a Northerner, a Hausa man in the West. I think somebody came up to him in his shop to buy something, and the person greeted him in Hausa. He was so excited. He was somebody can speak Yoruba, Hausa in this particular community. So but he wasn't really tribalism, but he was happy to see
someone that understands where he comes from.
So
I understand.
It's actually
okay. So the comments are still coming in. Let me take more comments. I stop at Hadeja, so I'm moving to Abdullahi Musa. Abdullahi Musa said he hates. He hates politicians for the not politician. He actually qualified it. He said for the fact that they use talks, like probably maybe politics, because of when they do their politics, they use talks. So I understand. I also don't like the nature of the politics with talks. And he said he does not like. He doesn't like Nigeria because of the corruption, and he also said the injustice in recruiting, which you even just talked about. That I want to believe he's talking about maybe not being fair when recruitment is done.
Sure.
Yerima Isa, he said he hates Nigeria because maybe I shouldn't be using the word hate. He dislike, because hate is actually a very strong word. So let me use dislike. He disliked Nigeria because of what did he say? Because of corruption, tribalism, and unemployment. Okay. So I have this one from Open Border. Okay, Adamu Abubakar Bajoga. He's saying that I don't know whether he's like or dislike now, because he didn't state, but he just said free and open border. So maybe he's saying he does not like Nigeria because it has a free and open border, or maybe he likes Nigeria because it has a free and open border. So I wouldn't know. So Adamu Abubakar, if you're still listening, please let us know, what do you mean? I have here Abdul Salih Doba. He said he said sincerity. I want to believe he was referring to security. Sincerity, integrity, and unity of the nations. So I want to believe these are what he likes about Nigeria.
Finally, we got somebody.
Yeah, finally, first positive comment. So we have Bashir Hussein. He said, "I love the peaceful coexistence and I hate anything crisis." Okay, so he loved Nigeria when there is peaceful coexistence, and he disliked Nigeria when there is crisis. Fair enough. I have Samuel Adeleke. He said, "I like the food. our pursuit for God and diversity. So that's that one.
That's a tip one.
Dama Adeleke said he likes the food, the pursuit of God. Nigeria, of course, we're a very religious country, so
Yes.
irrespective of what faith, when you just talk about God, everybody like, okay, let's
Everybody
sing.
understands.
Yeah, everybody understands. So, and he said, what he dislikes, it's still Samuel Adeleke talking. He said, I hate the corruption, the bad leadership, and the poor education system. So, let me take one more comment. Jamil Mustafa, he said, I hate corruption, tribalism, and religious bias. Okay, so far so good.
Well, I think Nigerians are speaking out their mind, and I think a show like this actually, not just for the listeners, but those in a position to make a change. It's obvious a larger number of Nigerians, in fact, somebody said he hates that we don't have unity, but I think this is unity in what we dislike. Corruption.
Of course, that's a very good one. Unity.
This is unity.
Everyone dislike corruption.
This is unity in what we dislike.
Everyone dislike tribalism, nepotism. So that's a good one. Unity in what we dislike.
So I think that's something that should be worked on. And another thing I would like to say about corruption is we always think corruption from the angle of the government.
Yes.
We want to actually we hate corruption because it has done
more damage.
In fact, more damage than for even generations that are not even aware to come that can still affect them. But I think corruption can also be tackled from the grassroots. From your personal from your kids, from the little ones around you. Some kids, you can already see some little kids, and you're like, you are corrupt. And that's somebody that you're saying one day you believe that.
Yeah, they say in a positive light.
You know, so I think we should actually make effort to want to curb corruption, not just looking at it like some people have. A lot of people have given up on the country, on the country, and they've given up that corruption will never go. But I doubt it. Some countries we've seen some countries that they've made a remarkable turnaround. Some countries, like if you told them you'll be in this place in the last maybe if you told 2 decades, they'll be like, are you dreaming? But look at where they are now. So I think we can also make progress if we take deliberate efforts.
Yes,
personally, not just waiting on the government.
Okay, here's a follow-up question. What are some of the efforts you think one can do? Like, I'm not talking of the big one. I'm not talking of, because whenever we talk about corruption, everybody think of EFCC, ICPC, think about financial corruption, public fund mismanagement. I'm not talking about that level now. At our level, what can we do to make the country better? Like, what do you think?
I think one thing we can do to make the country better, it's Nigeria we have a lot of flaws. Somebody mentioned our education system. We have the education system, we have the health system. I think one thing that really affects our health, malaria is a very big thing in Nigeria. And what really encourages malaria is the environment. We understand that a lot of Nigerians are living below
poverty line.
So but still
you can still make your environment
clean. I watched a documentary one day, and I could not believe human beings were living there. I could not. I felt so bad. Like, how don't you guys fall sick every minute when you live in a place like this? But things like sanitation.
Basic ones.
You're
very right. There was a house I went to conduct an interview in Abuja here, and I was the environment. We went to the chief house, like in those community, and I was like, just like you, I was like, I understand that. Of course, you might not be living as in the fancy part of the but in your own house. I'm not talking of even the streets leading to that place. I'm talking of in your own house. No, the condition was really, really bad. Like, there was death everywhere. There was animals roaming everywhere. Children, as in everything. So I felt it's something that's basic hygiene could just sweep the compound.
I don't think it's something that really needs this hygiene sensitization. As a human being, you should. I think nobody likes to live.
Yes.
Because if we like to live in a dirty environment that much, some of us, there are some places nobody lives in the dustbin. Nobody, in as much except an
I was standing with a lady and she threw a sachet of pure water. So I now told her that, madam, look, there is a trash can there. You should have just put it there. She was like, I shouldn't. I was like, easy. She was like, didn't I see others? I was like, okay, I didn't see those people when they were. If I saw them, I'll have told them to just use a trash can. You refused to argue. She felt I was like witch hunting her. I was like, no, I'm just telling you that. And she was actually standing. If she had aimed, she would have even met the trash can.
Yes.
So it's not like the trash can was
She didn't
far
make any
away.
effort at
She
all.
didn't even make any effort. So
I was traveling. I was going somewhere one day, and a lady bought granuts at the car. Had thrown granite peel. Would you have entered the car?
Yeah.
So
that's a very good one.
I think that's one way that we all have to
ensure that
personally we make the change. If I make a change, you make a change. You make the.
Yeah, those are the basic things we can actually do to make the country better. At least that's all. So I have Musa Shaba Kampala. He says he's going to ask Baba the question. I don't know if he's referring to the president or maybe someone else. I have another comment here from Sanusi Atiku. He said he loves the peace and he loves the president. I have another comment here from Kenneth Oko. He said. He said, the only thing I don't like about Nigeria is our political leaders. So he's actually not happy with the current crop of political leaders. So I have another Dodo for Daniel. He said he hates injustice, religious tribalism, but he like love and peace. Then have Uthman Yusuf. He said he's actually emphasizing it. He really hates corruption. Like he said, there is unity in the
There's unity. He even used, I think he said we.
Yeah, we really hate corruption. So there is unity. So I have another one here from Sani Garba Ilela. I say, all what he said he hates corruption. He does not like corrupt leaders either.
Okay.
So Murtala Saleh, he said he does not like religious ignorance. Yeah, you know, like you don't really know much about someone's religion and you're just already all over.
Yeah.
He said he does not like fake life and he doesn't like lazy youth. I wonder what his definition of lazy youth is. Okay, so far so good. Have I asked you what you dislike about it? Okay, you said one thing you like.
What I like, what I dislike. I would like to agree with our audience.
Yeah.
We really don't like corruption. We don't like injustice. And frankly speaking, we need to start looking for leaders that actually care about us. I think that's one thing I don't like about Nigeria. The fact that we have leaders that are more concerned for themselves than the people.
Okay.
Well, we're not really at the fact that we have those that actually care, but I think to an extent, a majority, because it is more or less like when you see somebody doing all it takes to remain in a particular position, you're wondering, oh, maybe because this person is out for our good. Because why else will you want to campaign first time? Campaign second time. If they even give you an opportunity, some people will go for the third time, and you're thinking, oh, it's because he likes us, he wants to do well for us. But you realize first time you didn't do anything, second time you didn't do anything, and you still want to be there. So I think that's also part of the injustice that people are talking about. It's not fair. Even our justice system, it's so not fair. You have a lot of people, a lot of big men, politicians that we just arrest them. We just hear the news. Oh, arrested for, not even arrested, arraigned for alleged fraud, and it stops there. But when a young man is arraigned for fraud, oh no.
But I think the justice system is improving, at least because of there is no social media. I want to believe, so we can't really do follow up, and so things just go. But now I want to believe there are people saying, where is this man? Shouldn't this man be here? Things are becoming better actually, because social media is really, really helping in fight, and we shouldn't make a nation depend on social media.
No,
but it's just of course it's just what are you calling it? One of the way to keep like it's like a pressure group.
Okay.
Like trying to make sure that people do not buy their way out
Okay.
of just
Sure.
yes.
That's
That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying
yeah.
that we should depend on social media. So if you're just joining us, this is Daily Trust Life Extra, and the topic we've been discussing today is, what are the 3 things you like about Nigeria, and what are the 3 things you dislike about the country? And we've heard a lot of comments, different people giving us their different point of view, but a couple of words have been like recurring. So words like corruption, injustice, tribalism, nepotism. So like Cynthia rightly said, we have a unity in
all this.
all we dislike.
in what we dislike.
So with this, everything that has a beginning must have an end. The discussion has been wonderful. The people's contribution have been wonderful. Even though most commenters dwelled on the negative, please, people, sometimes you don't have to look at the glass half empty. Sometimes the glass is half full. So I believe if you actually start looking inwards and trying to magnify those things that are good about the country, I want to believe it's going to be a right step in the right direction. So sometimes when we look at something positive, we say, oh, this is good, you're going to be ginger to like do better, you want to go out, you want to fight for it, you want to like I want to achieve more, than when you're looking at, if you're a pessimist, when you're looking at things from the negative aspect, it makes you feel like, what's the point? But hey, this is the only country we have. Of course, some people have dual citizenship. But for most of the people here in Nigeria, this is the only country we have. And we must build it ourselves, by ourselves. So for those of you who stayed with us all through, thank you. For those of you who joined us halfway, thank you. For those of you who are just joining us, thank you for joining us. It's been Cynthia Akande.
Yes, thank you
and
so
she's
much.
been a very wonderful host, and you most likely will be seeing her more often. And I am Bamas Victoria. From my producer, Alade Abiodun, and from my director, Jod Leonard Okafor, I am saying thank you for joining us. See you same time next week. Have a wonderful day.